So here we go now, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Game Day, and we've finally arrived at the New York Stadium for take 2 of Town versus Rotherham United in the Championship. Last time out, we got halfway to Rotherham, but I know many Town fans got to Rotherham and then, of course, got told the game was going to be off a few hours before kick-off. No fear tonight, though. The game is very much on. The pitch is looking good. The weather is holding out just so far. But yeah, it should be an interesting game, of course. Town second in the Championship, Rotherham 22nd in the table. The Millers have been struggling as of late, but still Town need to be on their game. They get all 3 points. As standard, going to bring you the media scran rating, going to bring you the team news and the thoughts on the Cowboy Army. Let's get right into it. Hope you enjoy as ever. Let's do this. So as standard, go into the press lounge, have a little chinwag with all the guys, say hello to good old Andy Warren, and then go and see what media scran food we've got. And tonight we have, and drum roll please ladies and gentlemen, we have this. Yeah, just pie. And branded, of course, pucker pie. Other pies are available, of course. We've got steak, all steak pie. I'm sure that will just do the job. I already had a Burger King before leaving Ipswich, actually. Good old Matty Wazza. He travelled with me for this game. Joe, the driver. And we've had a Burger King in my belly already, and I've had a chocolate bar. But I'm also now going to have a pie to see how that is. So let's go and see my rating. Don't think it's going to get that high because it's just a pie. But I can't complain. It's free food. Let's enjoy it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the pie is in the belly, and I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10 rating. It did the job. It was just solid. Bit of beef, a bit of pastry. It did the job for the 90 minutes of football ahead, and we're going to move on from that because the team news has just dropped, and there's 3 changes to the Town team who drew with Birmingham on the weekend, and there's some big talking points. The first of all is Axel Twanzebe coming in for Luke Wolfenden to make his league debut for Town. Of course, he made his cup debut last week against Fulham, but he comes in alongside Karen Burgess in the defence. And there's also Caden Jackson starting on the right, and Marcus Harness, the man who scored the 2 goals at Birmingham, he starts on the left. There's no Nathan Broadhead in the team at all. We'll find out more about that, I'm sure. But the rest is as follows, really. Alakia goal, Clark, Twanzebe, Burgess, Davis, Morsey, Luongo, Jackson, Chapman, Harness and Hurst. Of course, George Hurst against his former side. Ladapo on the bench for Town, and good old to see Brandon Williams is back on the bench as well. Well, that's the team. Let's get some snappy snaps. Let's see if Town can get the win. Let's do this. Well, that was a topsy-turvy game. It's ended Rotherham United 2, which is Town 2. Let's do a snapshot quickly. Was is here. Always a pleasure, my friends. Rotherham took the lead early doors. Sam Morsey scored a screamer. Then Jack Taylor scored a late, what could have been a winner. But then Rotherham scored a late equaliser. My friend, where do you want to start? Opening summary on that one.
I mean, fair play at Rotherham. Kept going. Would have been very easy for their heads to drop. But I mean, there was only one man of the match today, and that was a Mr. Jared Gillett in the middle, who decided the game was all about him. I mean, George Hurst's had his ankle broken in several places. That's not given. Caden Jackson's been decapitated. We won't give that one. And to be honest, we'll just make up the rules as we go along, shall we? Because that was an absolute masterclass from the man in the middle of how to absolutely ruin a football match. So, well done to him, and I hope he sleeps very well when he gets home.
Matt, what about what you thought on the offsides and the linesmen?
Yeah, we've got people behind us here who will be joining us shortly. Where should we start, though, in terms of just the game itself, in terms of moments and stuff like that? I know the referee didn't have a great game at all.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't at our best. We've not been at our best for a couple of games now, and we need to sort of, if we're, serious about this promotion push, which I think we are, we need to sort of discover that form that we, had at the start of the season and that level of consistency. I mean, if Saturday was 2 points gained, a point gained coming from behind late on, this was, 2 points dropped, conceding that late winner. You need to make sure you win your home game now against Swansea at the weekend, and then things look a bit rosier. But yeah, it's just absolutely gutted, isn't it? Yeah. It was a great strike from the lad, to be fair, to him to equalise it. But we've got to do our bit. We've got to stop letting in goals. When McKenna came in, when we were really sort of finding some form under McKenna, we didn't concede.
Didn't. Clean sheets, moisturised, weren't we?
I mean, now we've conceded 2 against Plymouth, 2 against Birmingham, 2 here tonight. It's got to be better. Got to be better from the defence. Will say I think Twanzebe really helped.
Yeah, he came
I
in
think
for
he was
his
very
first
good.
start, yeah.
I think he was very good. Didn't really think he put a foot wrong, but something's got to get a bit tighter in the defence, and at that point you can afford to start outscoring teams. But
It's just
It's just-
frustrating,
yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Because, I saw you guys, you're in my eye line where we scored the equaliser, and it's like, yes, all that joy, Town fans, and then it's just in the gut, them scoring that equaliser.
I mean, it was very Ipswich.
Yes,
It was very Ipswich of old, though.
Yes.
The Ipswich we hoped we'd sort of left behind. But
we're here though. The game was on.
yeah, true. It wasn't underwater this time.
Yeah.
So small victories.
Yeah.
But go again on Saturday. Put this one behind you. Hopefully, Brandon Williams will be back on Saturday. He was obviously with the team today. I'd keep Twanzebe in. I was a bit sceptical when he came in. Obviously, he hasn't played a lot of football, but he was good tonight. And hopefully, from there we can kick on, get a win at home, get some momentum back going into the international break, and go again after that.
Danny boy, your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I don't know. Started off terribly, didn't we? Just cut us open. Bit of misunderstanding maybe with the new sort of partnership at the back there.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm bombarded now.
I'm like a dog, squirrel.
Yeah, I think Woz has sort of covered off the referee and the linesman. Just terrible. But typical Rotherham, innit? Like hoof it over the top, park the bus. We weren't at it again tonight. I'm getting a little bit concerned now since the international break. We've sort of like not been on it. Chappers, he was off it today, had 2 or 3 that on another day he'd have buried and stuff. But, I suppose, we still got a point out of it. I think we're 8, is that 8 in front of Leeds?
Yeah, I
two
think so.
behind Leicester, I think, or 1 behind, 2 behind Leicester, something like that. But yeah, disappointed. But like I say, we go again. We're at home Saturday, so hopefully we can get 3 points there back at home. So
As it's like Wazza said, Birmingham was a point gained, and tonight just 2 points dropped. Quickly wrap up in a second. Someone was just coming to the door.
yeah, Saturday felt like a win, didn't it? Because
Yeah.
obviously coming from 2-0 tonight, now we've felt it the other side, felt like a loss as such, because obviously we've had 2 points scraped away from us and that. But like I say, we go again. We're still up there, even when we're not playing well. We're still getting points and away from home. So yeah.
We've got a family of 3 here. It's Matt, Huey, and Archie. Boys, done really well to remember that. My memory is like a goldfish, basically. Boys, frustrating, weren't it? Scored a late goal, and then they score a late equaliser. Where do you want to start? Go on, Huey.
What do you think?
I don't know.
You don't know.
To be fair, I think we're speechless because, Jack Taylor scoring that late winner, and you thought, here we go, big 3 points on the road against Rotherham, but then,
We struggle against teams, don't we, that defend deep and park the bus. We just seem to move the ball sideways, and just, I don't know, we don't have that fluent, quick passing that we usually get, and I think that's sort of what cost us today. We just didn't really get the ball moving at all. And again, the wide players didn't really get into it, did they? They sort of threatened, we got a few crosses, but no one really got on the end of them. So, like I say, it's just a bit of a sucker punch. I thought we were going to do it, and then they go down the other end and score straight away, and sort of draw, isn't it? They celebrate like they won the league.
Yeah, it feels like a defeat actually after this. But boys, what are you feeling like then when we scored that late goal? And you probably, just about got over that, and then they go and score that equaliser. Where were you at when that happened?
Shocked.
Yeah. Archie, what do you reckon?
Frustrating.
I think that is the word, boys, because that is a frustrating game where, we know what Rotherham's all about, don't we?
Yeah.
We know what they're about. Our record against them is not great, and you thought, here we go, we won at Jack Taylor, and then but should we talk about some of the,
I think you have to say something. I mean, you shouldn't. I mean, it's not the referee's fault you lose a game, but I mean, personally, I've heard that Hurst thing looked like a Stonewall penalty. He weren't immense for either team, really, was he? And the game sort of gets a bit choppy, a bit scrappy, and I think that suits them more than us. We're a flowing team. We're about good football, and every sort of like push, shove, struggle. It's not good for us. But I do have a question for Town fans. I really would like to know when George Hurst is going to get a foul. That guy just gets manhandled week in, week out, and gets absolutely nothing. So kudos to him for turning out and keep trying, because I'd just get so frustrated if that were me.
boys, away from the football, the kit. We wore the 3rd kit tonight. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Who looks best in it? I know you're a big fan of George Hurst, but Sam Moyes' goal. Should we quickly talk about that? Because that was a screamer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, full of words.
I think they're just lost for words because I think they're frustrated, ladies and gentlemen, because they thought they won the game and then they go and equalise. But boys, thanks for joining me. Safe journey home.
Yeah, thanks so much, Ross.
No
Take
worries.
care.
The final man joining me is, of course, God on Mike.
Lights on us, Ross.
I know we have. It is basically my torch on my phone, but it works for a night game. Mate, where do you want to go with this
Got
one?
filters on as well.
I don't think so. Not that much. My budget's not that
Knocking
high.
my lips up a bit.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
I want to know your overall thoughts on that 2-2 draw.
I think.
Someone's gone behind us again.
I think it'd be better
Let's come behind us again.
if we.
That's a proper camera.
If
That's
we'd-
a big boy. Whew. Anyway, so
Played on Friday. Might have been better if we played on Friday.
played on a Friday.
Gone ahead with it.
Yeah.
All the ball boys were on the edge of the pitch in dinghies.
Yes.
That'd have been good.
The game was on though, which is great.
What did I think of that, Ross? I don't know. It felt like a League One game. It feels like you come back to a League One team and you've got a League One ref. And
He's supposed to be a Premier
nothing's
League ref.
going. No, he's not. And everything's just going against you. And it's a tough place to come in it.
It is, to be
because they play in such a way where they've got the big lumps up back at the back, and obviously we've seen that with Hursty. I've seen the replays, and that way he's just totally taking his leg away. But yeah, what can we do? I mean, it's just one of them things. The ref, I don't know. I don't know. I just really don't know. Maybe the referee's single and he's not getting much date in that action. I don't know. He's just frustrated. I was frustrated.
I'm getting frustrated amount of people come behind us now.
It was a bit quiet in the away end as well. So
Yeah.
Normally we're really buoyant, and I think that.
It's because this is like, oh, here we go. We've got to travel to Rotherham again.
No, I don't think it's that.
No?
I think it's because just lately we've had key players out here, key players out there, and we've not been getting the silky football that we've been used to, and we're starting to now get a bit of resistance from the league. You know what I mean? And we're seeing gaps. All right, we're in a really strong position.
We are.
Right, and we can't forget that. We've worked hard and we've got ourselves in a really good position. But that gap's starting to get smaller, obviously, and the Leeds fans are starting to get a bit buoyant now, especially after beating Leicester.
Yeah.
So I think that permeates through the crowd, and people are getting a bit anxious. Maybe, I don't know, maybe everyone's expectations are too high.
They're too high because at the end of the
Everyone's- I
day,
don't know,
this is
it
our
is.
first season back in the Championship. And
Yeah,
we're
I know
probably
it is.
doing, you know,
And we've all
yeah.
we've all got ourselves in this really strong position, and now everybody's sort of like expecting promotion.
Yeah.
And it's we can remember coming here in 2020.
Yeah.
Right, we were top of the league. If we'd win, we're going to be top.
Yeah.
And I think they were second or something like that. And they played us off the park. It was only 1-0, but it should have been 6-0 or something like that. And that was the start of our decline, wasn't it? We went down to about 9th.
So you're
or
saying
11th,
to us,
something like
this is
that.
the
No.
start.
Not saying that we're going to decline or anything like that. But I think that it's not over yet, obviously, is it?
No.
And we need to dig in, and we need to keep grinding out results at places like this, where they're primarily there to stop us playing.
Yeah.
And that's what they've done, and they've successfully done it. I'm quite surprised they scored 2 goals in open play.
Yeah,
They didn't score in, set pieces.
No, they didn't.
They scored in open play, so bravo to them. You know what I mean? And we just got to put this behind us now and get on to the next game. I think we're more open opposition on a nice pitch and dry days or whatever else.
Yeah.
We're going to be able to play our football, and we'll probably get results.
Do.
But when you come to places like this, and the team obviously it's in a relegation dogfight, isn't it? It's still second bottom or third bottom or something
Yeah,
like that.
third
But
bottom,
they're basically fighting for survival, aren't they? From day one. So they got a good result at Southampton. They beat Coventry. I don't know what they did against.
They lost against Sheffield Wednesday,
They-
so
They did lose against
drew
Sheffield
against
Wednesday.
QPR.
They don't need to be doing that if they want to stay up. But
No.
yeah, so getting a result against us. They've got Leeds next.
They do.
I won't be surprised if they get a result against Leeds. Yeah, because it's the sort of thing that, like Wednesday did, they got a draw, didn't they?
Yeah.
So I don't know. We're just going to have to get on to the next team.
Yeah.
And hopefully we see Williams back,
Yep.
because I think our right side's still a bit weak.
Wednesday, what thoughts on him making his debut in the league?
I've heard he's really good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
But he's
Still
he's
rusty, isn't he?
still getting up to speed. This is
Yeah.
like his pre-season in a
Yeah.
way. He's getting the game time now, and he's getting it into his legs. So hopefully, after a few more games, then he'll be up to speed and he'll be shining like the rest of them.
Definitely.
We'll probably be in January then, buying another defender to replace him. But yeah, who knows?
But we've got one more game until the international break, and then it's it stops.
Swansea home, innit?
Swansea home, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be another tough game. You see, none of these games are easy.
No. Well, you
None of these
think
games
Rotherham
are easy,
should be
are they?
easy because they're down there, but no,
it will be at home, I think.
Yeah.
I think at home we'll
Away
probably
from
hammer them 4-0 or something like that. You know what I mean? But when you come here on night under the lights, it's not many big crowd. It's about the size of Colchester. This crowd, isn't it?
Person miles again.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Good.
Mike, thanks for joining me as ever. Thanks to the stewards behind us making a cameo.
Ross, because
Yeah, we do.
I'm working tomorrow.
And it's a long way back home. So thanks again for watching Game Day. See you Saturday. Bye for now, Mike.